Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. It's live at 5 PM on a Saturday evening. Manchester City play West Ham tomorrow and we're live and we're going to try and preview this game. Hello to everyone who's already here in the chat and so many people are here watching already. Thank you so much. It's good to see so many beautiful names here. Who have we got here in the chat? We've got Jessica, we've got Joseph, we've got Manamela, Andy, Ryan Dixon, Sean, The Citizen, Colby, John Stewart, Abdallah, Ayub, Akash, Colby, and so many more people, and Naz and the Float Bros. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all well as well. And Sean Faculty as well, saying 2-0 City. That's a good prediction, Sean. I hope you're right, mate. Liverpool are looking scary as well. They're currently, what are they, 4-0 still? They were last time someone commented, and I know they're doing really well. But you know what? We're pretty good too, so I'm not going to panic over that. City are really good, and tomorrow is going to be another test of our title credentials, of course, because West Ham are also really good. They are a team, of course, massively on the up under David Moyes, and I'm sort of happy for him actually in a weird way, because I guess he also just rubs it in the faces of Man United and all their failings, given everything that's gone on there. So David Moyes doing well. I'm not really going to complain. Good for the lad, man. He did all right. 4-0 full time, was it? Okay, I've not been paying attention to that. They're a good side. They're a good side, but so are Manchester City. So today we're going to look at this West Ham game, and I think it's fair to say this game is important, mainly because it's West Ham, it's a big game, but it's important that we follow the PSG game, which was so impressive and so emphatic as well at times, with another victory. And it's also important because we need revenge, man. For West Ham, they were Carabao Cup conquerors, and I don't like it. They took that title away from us, and they took our competition away from us, and you can't do that and expect to get away with it, David Moyes and Antonio and everyone else. You can bang out of order. So hopefully we put them in their place tomorrow. My general mood to it. General mood about this game is I'm quietly confident. I am expecting it to be a battle, but I feel like the players will be up for this, and I feel like we should have enough overall. Of course, West Ham, we'll get into them in a little bit more detail in a minute, but as I'm currently typing, West Ham let's have a look where they are in the table, because I know there's been some games on today, so I'm not sure their situation. They're currently sat in fourth, tied on points with Arsenal, but, only 3 points behind us at the moment. So West Ham they're one of the better teams in the country. They are one of the better teams in the country, and we have to be aware of that. Guardiola, of course, was asked an awful lot of things in the press conference. I'll run you through some of them. He was talking about qualification midweek against PSG. He said, and I quote, "We're incredibly happy to be in the last 16 of the Champions League and to be not far off the top of the Premier League. We've got to be focused on the season. Normally, we would have the Carabao Cup, but we're out." It's too soon, Pep. It's too soon. We don't talk about that. He said the 4 Premier League teams in the last 16 are doing an incredible group stage. And he's not wrong either, isn't it? I mean, it's great news that we've already secured that spot in the last 16, and we don't have to worry about being top either because of the fact that the last game is now a dead rubber. And of course, the one positive about being out the Carabao Cup, we've got essentially on 2 fronts the Champions League now, given there's only 1 game that's a dead rubber, and also in the Carabao Cup, given we're not in it. Essentially, we've got a lot less fixtures that matter in December now, and that can only be good as we look to try and claim top spot in the Premier League. I would love to be a top around the turn of the new year. That would be really nice to be. Guardiola, of course, has also asked in general about player unhappiness, because obviously when you've got a squad as big as Manchester City's, not everyone can start every single week. He said, "It's the 6th season that I've been here. The players know me. We know it's not a problem. They're nice guys, and there's a line, and they don't cross that line. I completely understand it, as I was a player. The way they train and the season is too long." So essentially, he's just saying they're good players. There's not many people who can play, and if they do, they don't really cross the line. And there's nothing wrong with raising an opinion always. It's always about being respectful. And I'm sure largely we've got a very bunch of respectful and courteous players, which would be appreciated. With Jeremy Wilson, by the way, in the chat, which says, "Everyone like the video. Please do me a favour. And also, please subscribe." As you can see, by the way, less than 1,000 now to 60k. It'd be lovely to get there before the end of the year. Please do hit the subscribe button. I'm looking at my phone now. We've got 59,047. So that, quick maths, 9,953 is what we need. I think that was right. So yeah, please do hit the subscribe button. It'd be very, very, very appreciated. Guardiola as well. He was asked about Fernandinho. He said about the players. He said they will play. I'm not going to speak on Fernandinho, but he's incredibly professional. And now Rodri's playing at an incredibly high level, so this is not a problem. Yeah, I suspect Fernandinho is not particularly too fussed about not playing much football. Of course he wants to, but I think he'll also be relatively happy for Rodri. Fernandinho is professional enough and mature enough and long enough in the tooth to know that sometimes a young player just has their moment, and part of him will be happy that Manchester City have found his successor, and it looks like Rodri's found there. Of course he wants to play more, and I'm sure he'll play at some point, but he'll be like, okay, he'll be humble about it because he's sensible enough and he's mature enough and he understands that ultimately Rodri being brilliant is more important right now for Manchester City than Fernandinho being brilliant. And he's intelligent enough to know that. We need Rodri to be fantastic and find that momentum. So I don't want to worry about it. I'm sure he'll get some game time as well in the remaining months because Rodri can't play every single game. He was also asked about Sterling, Pep Guardiola, and he said, I'm so glad for him. It's helped us. He'll fight to do better. It's good for both wingers to score and get assists. He is decisive. He knows he can do better one-on-one, but this is a step to come back in his best. And I sort of agree, actually. I think he's playing really well at the moment. And not really well. He's playing really well compared to what he was, if that makes sense, over the past year. But overall, he's playing pretty good. He's playing pretty good, and I cannot complain about that. Sterling being in form, as I've said a billion times, regardless of how you feel about Sterling finding something close to form, it's better for me as a Manchester City fan. It's better for you as a Manchester City fan, unless you've really got too much pride and you'd already made your bed and said that Sterling was done, and now it throws egg on your face. And in that instance, you should probably just be childish, and you should get over it and support your team a little bit more. So everyone should be happy if Sterling finds form. Doesn't matter if you get egg on your face, so be it. You know, Sterling playing well challenges the other people to play better, and he scores goals, and it means other people have to do more, and everyone wins basically. So don't worry about what you've said in the past if you have to, and I know that happens because I remember when I was younger and I said something and I felt stupid if I was proven wrong or whatever. Now as an adult, I love it when I'm wrong. I do, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And there's a chance to show how humble you can be and all that kind of stuff. In terms of the press conference, my favourite bit was when Guardiola was asked about the potential Manchester United manager, and he said, and I quote, I cannot discuss all the possible candidates to be Man United manager. It would take maybe 3 hours and we would have to take a nap. I love that. Absolutely love that. Wonderful stuff from Guardiola, Berting. Yeah, of course, he was just having a joke. In terms of the team news, Guardiola was, of course, asked about Phil Foden and Jack Grealish. He said they're training individually. They're training much better. Phil is much better. Not today because it was a day off. Obviously, that was yesterday. And he said James McAtee and Cole Palmer have helped us versus PSG. Hopefully, they can be back soon to help in terms of Grealish and Foden. I would be very surprised if Foden or Grealish start tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Foden's on the bench, but if you're only training individually and haven't yet trained with the full team, though they could have trained today, admittedly. I don't really know who's in training today. But either way, I'd still be surprised if either of them start. I'm expecting them both to probably not start this game. Maybe Phil Foden on the bench, potentially. He was also asked, of course, about Kevin De Bruyne. He said he's a little bit tired. He's, of course, got COVID. He said he's a little bit tired and no taste. The symptoms that you have, 6 or 7 days, and a few more days later, we'll do a PCR test. If he's COVID negative, he will be back. So, unfortunately, he's got a mild case of it, unfortunately. He's lost his taste, and I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, no one should have to lose their taste because food, after all, is fucking excellent. And there's no, I mean, the one thing you can take from this channel is just that quote, food's great. And so, Kevin De Bruyne has lost his taste. Poor guy. It's the joy, one of the biggest joys of life. But either way, no Kevin De Bruyne, of course, and hopefully it stays as bad as that, because that's all right. You can manage that, Kevin De Bruyne. And of course, Ferran Torres is still out. And I did a video last night talking about the Ferran Torres news, and there's been loads of talk about Ferran Torres today, that Manchester City are apparently asking for 70 million euros, which is more like it, by the way. I do want us to go for something like that. He should be up close to the Sancho level. I mean, if you get over 50 million euros, I probably wouldn't be too bothered. But the right to ask for around 70, because he should be in that Sancho ballpark. I think Sancho went for like 75 million euros or something like that in the end to United with loads of add-ons, and Ferran Torres should be up there, man. Ferran Torres is the golden boy of Spanish football through the middle. He's there, Spain's national striker. And I understand if he wants to go. I'm never one for holding, a gun to a player's head. People have their own motivations. And one of the reasons, according to Sam Lee and other journalists, that Ferran Torres fancies going in the first place is because he feels like City are going to sign another striker and his opportunities may be limited. So there's a sort of silver lining to this. If Ferran Torres goes, we get a lot of money for him. He's happy. We probably do sign then someone like Vlahovic Ibrahimovic or Haaland. And in the short-term interim, we probably see people like Cole Palmer and McAtee get more games. So I'm not going to complain, basically. So shall we do this? Shall we do this? Oh, Jessica just said, what's euros in pounds? I mean, 70 million euros, I would guess, is about 60-ish, something like that, around that. So around 60-ish, which is still, it's a decent amount of money and the exact right kind of money. Maybe about 58 or something like that, but it's roughly around that, and I'd be happy with that personally. Let's go and try and predict this 11. Let me just jump over to a different scene on OBS. Here we go. So the 11, let's do this right now. I mean, I'll get your comments up here so I can actually see your comments on another laptop so I can read them because I can't see them right now. We've got this up on here. So I'm typing this as we go. Ederson, of course, is going to go in goal. We all can't see anything other than Ederson, right? I mean, that's pretty much a given. Ederson in goal. Obviously, I think it's going to be Cancelo and Kyle Walker will play fullback. I mean, I can see them playing. I mean, they didn't have to do too much defending the other night, if we're being honest. So, I don't think they'll be too tired. So, I think they'll genuinely be all right there. It's going to be Cancelo, Walker, Ederson. I can see Stones play this game. Does anyone think Laporte will come back in? Let me know in the comments. I can see Stones playing this for some reason. I feel like, look, if I was going to play against West Ham thinking how they play, I would be playing Stones and Diaz because they play a big physical bastard of a striker in Mikel Antonio, a player I really like in general. But I can see it being Stones and Diaz because they are a little bit more physically aggressive. And I can only got to look how Laporte handled the physicality of someone like Zaha, and he kind of messed it up, if I'm being honest. So for me, I think Stones and Diaz will play this game because I think their game suits this better. Stones and Diaz are a little bit better at being up in your face. That's my personal take. I'm going to stick with that. I might be wrong there, and I know some people are saying, like Ganeru said in the comments, I think Laporte starts and Stones starts midweek against Villa. But I think it'll be Stones and Diaz with Laporte playing midweek instead. So I'm going to stick to my guns here. I know I'm asking all your opinions, but I feel quite confident on this one. So I'm going to do that now. Let me get Stones in there in the team. There we go. That's what I reckon it'll be. Because I feel like we need a physical back line, and I feel like we need that against West Ham. I mean, Rodri picks himself, doesn't he? It's going to be Rodri there. And let's be honest, Bernardo picks himself and Gundogan picks himself, don't they? I'm going to put Gundogan and Bernardo in midfield. I don't think Zinchenko will play midfield in this game. I reckon it'll be these two here. So we've got Bernardo, of course, slightly over this side or that side or whatever. It could be that Gundogan's over here and Bernardo's this side, but maybe I'll go back to that side over here. But either way, it's going to be these two midfields, in my personal opinion. But basically, I reckon it'll be something like this. On the right, I think Mahrez is going to start. Mahrez was good the other day. I mean, can we really see past Mahrez? Mahrez was good the other day. He deserved it. So I can see Mahrez basically starting this game. It makes an awful lot of sense. Through the middle, I think... No, left is going to be Sterling. I think Sterling's going to play. Personally, I think Sterling will play this game. He's in good form at the moment. Guardiola praised him the other day. So I think it's going to be that. I don't think Foden's going to start, unfortunately, mate. In the comments, someone asked about that because Foden's still not fully fit. So I don't think he'll play. I think Jesus is going to start through the middle. I think he was so good the other day when he came on that I think Guardiola will go, I'm going to give him a go. Maybe Foden will be fit, but Guardiola said he's only trained on his own at the moment. So if he said he's back in full training, I probably would agree. But I'm going to be calm. I think he'll go with Jesus given the physicality of West Ham. It could be Cole Palmer as a false nine, but personally I think it'll be Jesus. I might be wrong there, but I'm going to go for that. I see someone just said, I see you doing the videos now, you need the cash. That's a bit unfair, man. I took a week or two off just to try and sort my house out, and I'm doing the videos back now. The games have come back, so that's a bit unfair, and of course it's my job, man. But either way, the implication there is a bit crass, in my personal opinion. Unfair. This is what I reckon the team will be. Anyway, I think it'll be this. I think we'll go for a relatively physical and mature team there, personally. It'll be something like that. It could be, obviously, Cole Palmer could play here as well. I'll put him alongside it. Could be Palmer could play there, of course. I mean, when you think about the bench as well, there's not really that many alternatives. I think Foden might be on the bench. I can't see Fernandinho starting either. I think it's going to be this, personally. That's all I can see, really. In terms of West Ham, so we jump over to West Ham's results. I I think it'll be that. West Ham's results, are they on screen? Do they fit in? Let me just adjust that a tiny bit because I've just changed the tab. Where's it gone? Here we go. West Ham's results there. I'll get them roughly on screen. So their recent results, of course, you can see as far back, unfortunately, as the pain the other day. But the recent results include, obviously, a 2-0 victory the other day against Rapid Vienna away home. Then, of course, he lost in the Premier League to Wolves, which is interesting. They did beat Liverpool, though, recently at the Olympic Stadium 3-2, which is really, really impressive. They drew 2-2 against Genk, which is not a really big game for them, if we're being honest. They beat Aston Villa 4-1 away from home. And, of course, prior to that, they knocked us out the Carabao Cup. The bastards. Let's have a look how they lined up against Wolves when they lost that game. I'm not sure if it'll show on screen right now. Let me just move it around a tiny bit so you can see. There we go. This is how they played when they lost the other day. It was pretty much, it was a strong team, to be fair to them. Cresswell, Zuma, Dawson, Johnson, Souček, Declan Rice, Fornals, Benrahma, Bowen, and Antonio. It's a really strong team for West Ham. I mean, statistically on that day, let's have a look how they started. I mean, Wolves deserved it based off the stats and all that kind of stuff. They had plenty of chances. I didn't catch that game personally, but it looks like in general, it was a fair result overall. But it'll be interesting. They're a good side. They're a very, very good side. Let's look how they played against Liverpool. This was the lineup when they played against Liverpool. Here, is it on screen? Does it fit in? Yep, we've got Fabianski, Johnson, Zuma, Bono, Cresswell. They do play 4 at the back, basically. It is essentially, 4-2-3-1 there. Souček, Declan Rice kind of slightly sitting back deeper. Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma, Antonio. Obviously, the physicality of Antonio. He will give us a real run for the money. Benrahma as well, a quality footballer. Jared Bowen, I really like him as well. My West Ham supporting mate loves him. Absolutely loves him. Then, of course, Fornals, Declan Rice, Souček. It's a good team, man. You can see why. Moyes is basically, he's like leveled up on that classic Everton team. He's modernised that classic Everton feel in general. And in general, they're just a team to take absolutely seriously. So they're decent. They're decent and they're good. This gets me to the prediction bit. I'm feeling vaguely confident about this personally. I reckon we should be all right here. I'll read some comments, by the way. Jordan Rants, big up Jordan Rants, saying, yeah, I agree. Can't see Palm starting this one. West Ham looking good. Yes. That's how I feel. CE1 saying I look handsome today. Thank you so much. And saying also West Ham have a really settled 11. Pretty much the same every game. Yeah, they seem to. Ganera was saying, looking at this West Ham lineup, Sterling is a must start for us. Yeah, his pace will be interesting. He's a West Ham as well. Jose Luis Chirino in the chat saying, I'm a West Ham fan. We were really poor versus Wolves, but we're always poor after international break. However, I expect us to do much better here. We rested lots of players on Thursday. They did indeed, which will be massively, obviously, important for them. Louis saying as well, it's going to be a difficult game, but I think we've got this. Schlock, I'm going to stick for now just to this game, mate. The Haaland chat's one for another day. Are Benrahma and Cresswell the new PNR and Baines? It's not even an unfair comparison, really. They're doing a roughly similar thing what David Moyes did. I really admire what David Moyes has done there. He's genuinely an impressive coach. He really is. He's an impressive coach. And to rebuild himself back up in spite of all that criticism that he got, he could have easily just disappeared into nonsense now. But fair play to him. Sean did say as well they travelled in the week, so some of their players could be tired. They could be, but West Ham are they're a tough team. They're a physical team. And the best thing about West Ham right now is that they play with no fear. They really do play with no fear. And they're a physical team. They're an attacking team. And they've got genuine magic in their side. You can't ignore the fact that Bowen and Benrahma are really skillful players. Souček's got a big goal on him. Declan Rice is a player that's improving every single year. It's really interesting. Let's have a look at the actual team news for West Ham, by the way. Ogbonna's the only concern, really, for what I can tell. Obviously, it feels like everyone's back after a few rests the other day. Essentially, it's only really Ogbonna is the mild concern. Other than that, they're pretty much at full strength. So they're a very, very good side. Alfie's asked, how badly are Foden and Grealish injured? Not badly at all. Guardiola said yesterday, that they're both back in individual training. So I mean, one of them might even be on the bench tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if some are against Villa as well. Maybe Greg Grealish would love to be back against Villa, wouldn't he? That would be an awful lot of fun. Will KD be back for midweek? I'm not sure he will. Let's have a look. Guardiola said a few more days, 6-7 days, he'll do a PCR test. I think he'll miss Villa because he is a little bit symptomatic. Guardiola said he's lost his taste and he's a bit tired. So I'd be very surprised if he plays against Aston Villa. Maybe the weekend game after that, I reckon. But I'm hoping Jesus kind of essentially follows up the performance he had the other day. It's going to be really important that Sterling and Mahrez get at their fullbacks and beat them. It's going to be really important that Bernardo Silva, Rodri and Gundogan control that midfield. Do not let Declan Rice and Souček get on the ball. Do not let Bowen and Benrahma try and work any of their magic, because they have got magic in their boots, and we have to really, really be on it. And I think we will be, actually. I think we'll be up for this game because they took our Carabao title. How dare they? Not the title, but they took our chance to win that title again. I'm going to go for a Manchester City win. I don't know what score it's going to be, but what will it be? What will it be? I'm going to say 3-1. I'm feeling confident. I'm going for the Nicola prediction of 3-1 because I think they'll score. I think we'll go 1-0 up. I think they'll level, and I reckon we'll go back up to 3-1. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Man City. We will score. They will equalise, and then I reckon we'll probably get a couple towards the end of the game, but it's going to be a difficult 3-1. And what I mean by that is it'll be close, it'll be physical. We'll have to break them down, but I reckon we'll be good here. I reckon we'll be good. What's everyone's predictions? Robbie saying a 2-1, Lagan saying 2-all. Ayub has gone positive, saying 3-1, a Raz hat-trick. I would love that, man. I fancy Sterling to score as well tomorrow, actually. Karanga saying Stones and Diaz clean sheet. I like it. Jessica saying 3-1-2 with Bernardo goal. Walker versus Bowen will be crucial. Doesn't he play on the other side, Bowen? He plays on the... Does he play on the other side? I thought he did. Either way, yeah. Well, I mean, Walker versus Bowen or Benrahma will be crucial, and I'm sure Cancelo will push. The only thing is I can't really... Yeah, Bowen plays the Cancelo side. He does, yeah. Fornals is left, Bowen on the right. Okay, interesting. Do I fancy a Rodri screamer again? I would love a Rodri screamer again. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? It really, really would. So, Zach saying 2-0. Mario saying 3-0. I mean, everyone's pretty confident. It's hard not to be confident as well. It's hard not to be confident after the PSG game at the moment. You know, City were that impressive. The West Ham fan, Jose in the chat saying, I think we could get a good draw at the Etihad. Hopefully 2-2, maybe a win. Let's hope it's a good game, though. Do you know what, Jose, or is it Jose or Jose? I'm not sure where you're from, mate. But you've got every right to feel confident. And 2-all would not surprise me. I hope that doesn't happen because obviously it's bad news for Manchester City. But that would genuinely impress me. Apparently, Benrahma is number 10, Fornals on the left and Bowen on the right. Fair enough. Lagan reckons Cancelo to get a goal. Omelemo is saying set pieces will be crucial tomorrow. We should avoid corners. Stephen Checky was in danger of getting a 5th yellow. I don't actually know who's in danger of getting a 5th yellow. I don't know where we're at with bookings and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what you're getting at there. But I reckon Jesus will play through the middle. I think he'll score as well. I'm going for the goal scorers to be Sterling, Jesus, and let's have a think. I'm going to say Ilkay Gundogan. Sterling, Jesus, and Ilkay Gundogan was going to score tomorrow. I hope I'm right. That is my prediction. Guys, thank you so much for watching this live match preview. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Look where I am, man. I'm so close. I'm at 59,047. I want to get to 60k before the end of 2021. Please do help support the channel. Please do give this video a like. Go watch the chat last night about Ferran Torres. My general feeling about that, if you're wondering, is that's life. Sometimes players want to go home, get the money for him, get good money, and I'll be happy. As long as we go in for another striker, which I think we will do for what it's worth. But either way, I will be, of course, doing a watch-along tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow for the watch-along. I won't be at the game. I can't afford it. Simple as that. But I'll see you at the watch-along tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be a good, fun game of football. Catch you all in a bit, guys. You're all ace. See you later. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And thank you to my patrons as well, and everyone else, and the members that keep this channel going. And everyone have a good day. You too, Sean. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Hit the like button as well. In a bit, guys. Bye-bye.